What's up, you guys? Chase the Dark Sage here, and we are back on the channel, The Dark Sage. In today's video, we are actually going to be talking about Megalobox 2, or Megalobox the sequel, Megalobox 2 Nomad, whatever you want to call it. We're basically going to be talking about the sequel, season, or series to Megalobox, because I did want to touch on this. I have reviewed Megalobox actually on my first channel, my collecting channel, so if you want to check that out, hopefully I'll link the video in the description down below if I do remember it. But I did enjoy Megalobox. I enjoyed the first Megalobox, the first series or the iteration of it, because I believe that is adapted from a story called Tomorrow's Joe. But basically Megalobox is about this boxer. He's a slum. He's from the slums. He's the underdog. He's the usual underdog character. And this series right here, to me, it brings back that old anime feel where it's kind of like hand drawn, just like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, things like that. So it has this old school vibe to it. But Megalobox definitely does look good, especially for the time period that it's in. So there's no reason for it to look bad. But Megalobox is basically about this boxer who comes up in the rings, and basically he boxes in this competition where everybody has this thing called gear on them, and this gear actually helps them box, but he boxes with no gear. Like, he got straight hands. And this series is great. It's only 12 episodes. The first season is only 12 episodes, so I definitely recommend it if you guys do want to check it out. But Megalobox 2, I only heard of this only because I saw it on an article on comicbook.com, and we will be reading this article. But before we get into the video, before we actually get into what this article is going to be about, what Megalobox 2 Nomad is going to be about, I gotta say shout out to my Patreon pledgers for all the love and support that they give me. I gotta say I highly appreciate what you guys are doing for me. Thank you guys for supporting me on Patreon. You guys deserve the biggest Dark Sage hug I give you, so thank y'all. Secondly, I need everybody to go ahead, like the video, share the content, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell. That way you know whenever I come out with newer and doper content. And don't forget to follow me on all my other social media content. All my links will be in the description down below. So let's go ahead and get into it, and let me go ahead and show you this article from comicbook.com. Alright guys, so right here we are on comicbook.com, and I'll put the article link in the description down below as well. But it says Megalobox has confirmed the release date for its new sequel series, and I can't wait for it. Well, I can't wait for it because honestly, I don't really feel like at the end of Megalobox it should have really had a second season. I feel like the series as it was, I feel like it was complete. It was pretty good as just a 12 episode series. Like, if it would have just stopped right there, I would have been completely cool. I was kind of against this at first because I was like, what's the need for the second season? But if the story is compelling, the animation is still good, and well, Joe is just doing his regular Joe thing. You get what I'm saying? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. But if this season does turn out to be good, I will be watching it. I mean, either way, I'm going to be watching it just to see my reaction and just to see how it's going to turn out, because I'm hoping they don't butcher this, because I really did enjoy the first season of Megalobox, and I even bought it on Blu-ray. Like, I really do like this series. But let's go ahead and read into this article about Megalobox 2 Nomad. Megalobox surprised fans with the announcement that it would be returning for a second season of episodes, but rather than approaching the new slate of episodes as a season, it's instead returning for a sequel series that jumps ahead 7 years following the end of the original Megalobox series. With this time jump comes a whole new look for Gearless Joe and the rest of the cast of characters returning for the second round. Now, while I do want the characters to return, I just feel like I said previously, the way Megalobox 1 ended, or the way the original Megalobox series ended, I feel like a second season really wasn't warranted, especially the way that it ended. I really like the way that it ended, where you didn't know unless you watched the whole credits and everything like that. Like, it was pretty good. But officially titled as Megalobox 2 Nomad, this sequel series has confirmed it will be releasing April 4th in Japan. So that means in America we might get it later. Sense Funimation will be streaming the sequel series upon its release in Japan, but it's currently unconfirmed whether or not this will include a simuldub for the new slate of episodes. And honestly, I don't believe it's gonna include like an insta simuldub like My Hero does get, because My Hero is way more popular than Megalobox. But I can't wait for the dub episodes to come out. I watched it, I believe, in sub, and I watched some of it in dub as well. But what is confirmed, however, is a new trailer released for the series that features English subtitles as well. Check it out in the video above, and I already checked it out, but I'll link the trailer in the description down below. And the trailer, it was cool. To me, it didn't give off a lot that I really wanted, but it just seems like the same old thing that was happening in season 1, but with different stakes and different risks. Even though, like I said, I feel like there's no need for this second season, but much of the stuff from the first season will be returning as well, and this includes some select characters of the cast, including, I'm not going to name all the names in case you don't want to know, or in case you want to read it yourself. Either way, I'm not going to name them all, just so I won't be too spoiled with it. And I want to have, you know, some expectations. Like, I want to be surprised a little bit when it comes to this series. TMS Entertainment officially describes Megalobox 2 Nomad as such. In the end, Gearless Joe was the one that reigned as a champion of Megalonia, a first ever Megalobox tournament. Fans everywhere were mesmerized by the meteoric rise of Joe, who sprang out from the deepest underground ring to the top in mere 3 months and without the use of gear. 7 years later, Gearless Joe was once again fighting in underground matches adorned with scars and once again donning his gear, but now known only as Nomad. And I just like I said, like, what's the point of season 2? Like, what is the reason to get him back in the ring? This is kind of like you seeing a whole story of John Wick becoming John Wick, and you see the aftermath story. Even though John Wick is good, but it's not going to apply it as the same thing as this right here. But I did want to touch on some of this news with you guys to see what your thoughts are on Megalobox season 2 or Megalobox 2 Nomad, because like I said, the first season for me was perfectly fine, and to me the ending was justified. I feel like the ending served its place, and I feel like if it would have just ended right there, I would have been cool. I don't know who was asking for season 2. Maybe you really like the animation, maybe you really like the cast of characters, I don't know, but I'm not hating on this because I do want to see this become successful, and I do want Megalobox 2 Nomad to be good. Would I want a Megalobox 2? No, but I do want this to be successful. But you guys let me know what you think about Megalobox in the comments down below if you have watched it. If you haven't watched it, go ahead, check it out on something like VRV or maybe Funimation. I don't know if Megalobox 1 is still on VRV or Funimation as I'm recording this, but at the time when I watched it, Megalobox was on VRV and I definitely enjoyed it. It's only 12 episodes, so it's like a 3-4 hour watch. So I definitely say go ahead, get the popcorn, let's enjoy yourself, because it's great. The pull-up is there, the animation is there. I say definitely check it out, and I really do like the cast of characters that was in the first Megalobox. But guys, that's about it for the video. If you did enjoy the video, if you did enjoy the news, go ahead, leave me a like down below. Also, leave your thoughts down below as well. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the post notification bell. Like I say, thank you guys for watching. Dark Sage out. Peace.